Should Christians seek after earthly riches? Should born again believers, should we desire to be rich physically? Should Christians desire to be rich? I just did a couple of videos talking directly about a certain family out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm not going to call their name in this video. But that family are one of many filthy rich church families in America. They are one of many Bible church. They are one of many church operating family that had built a big empire off of the Bible solely. Many in America have gotten filthy rich off of this right here. They talking about what he recently said. He's right. But have you ever heard them talking about riches, money, greed, stuff like this? I haven't, and I've been listening to them for years. I think they stay away from stuff like this. Let's see what the Bible say. St. Matthew chapter 6, verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust do it corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust do it corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. For there, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. A lot of families, church folk, have gotten filthy rich. They started a church, they started preaching, they started a church, they started a ministry 25, 30, 40 years ago, and look where they at today. A lot of them are filthy rich. Does the Bible prove of that? Not really. Nope. Start right here. These scriptures are good for us. Lay not up for yourselves treasures up on earth. Why are you preaching? Why are you preaching? How you made a career out of preaching? You don't went to Bible college. You don't got your doctorate degrees. You certified. But does that make you a preacher? Is preaching supposed to be looked at as a trade, as a way of income? Nope. No. See, this is stuff they don't talk about. This is stuff the big churches, the big wigs steer clear of. I guarantee you. You go down to the Baton Rouge and put up a lot of them people teaching and preaching the daddy, between the daddy and the son and the stuff do they talk about these scriptures? Do they talk about how they came up, how they got their riches? We got plenty of them. Bill Wynn, Kenny Copeland, Jesse Duplantis, the Jakes. The list go on and on and on and on and on. Billionaires, millionaires have built an empire off of using the Bible. They got some of everything going on. They filthy rich. Does the Bible condone that? No, it don't. For where your treasure is, there will your heart also be. Where your treasure at? In the earth. Are you heavenly minded? Are your heart focused on heaven? No, it's not. No, it's not. Mind you, Jesus already said, Jesus talked very candidly about the rich. What book is that? What chapter is that? It's in Matthew where Jesus talked. Jesus talked very heavily about the rich. Yes, he did. You don't hear stuff like this coming out of these telethon churches and all this stuff. You don't hear about these type of scriptures. They sit on the radio and beg people. We got a call out of Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi. We got somebody sending it. They go on every weeknight and they do these telethons every so often to raise money. People sending in donations. Somebody out of Memphis, Tennessee, they call their name out, send us $200. We praying for it. They do a money raising thon. They have become accustomed to that. They've been doing it for 35, 40 years. Everybody got a gimmick. Everybody done built a major empire. Taken from God's people and have built a personal empire. They walk around with expensive suits on. They drive around in limos. They got maids. They got all this. They got big old fancy mansions. They got all kind of cars. Everybody in the family living good. George Myers and all them folk. Everybody in the family is living good. Does God approve of that? No, he don't. I built this empire. I built this ministry. I did this. You see how what that dude's daughter about 2 months ago ran her mouth rebuking folks in the church, talking about the people. What that guy named? Parsley. Everybody in the church business ain't in it for the right reason. About 80 to 85% of the people that is in the church business nowadays isn't in it for the right reason. They in it for them dollar bills. They in it for the love of money. That's why they in it. Look at how rich they done got. Look how easy it was. People like Donnie Swaggart, Sarah Jakes, and all them are reaping the benefit of what they daddy started. Or what the guy that died not too long ago, out of California. His son done took over his ministry now. A little short preacher. Mexican Latino looking preacher. He died. I can't think of that. Winston, not Bill Winston, but the other one. But look at, they done built the empire. If they supposed to go after the money, no, they ain't. Look at how they live. They stand in the pulpit and preach from a celebrity standpoint. They hide behind lawyers. They corporatized. All this. But he telling the truth. He telling the truth about the black church. He telling why he okay. If he telling the truth about the black church, why he don't preach all the truth? Jesus Christ and his preachers and apostles wasn't walking around in expensive clothes. Jesus Christ was rich. Jesus Christ owned everything, but he looked like an ordinary man. These folks jumping up and hollering in pulpits and trying to rebuke folks. Look at how they dress. Look at them. Do they look like men of God? Do they look like they going out there to go to work? The Bible say this preaching stuff is like farming. Jesus said, if a man put his hand to the gospel plow and turn a little back, he ain't fit for the kingdom. Preaching is like farming, spiritual farming. You know, you tilling the ground. Just like in Genesis, when God formed man, put him in the garden, gave him you the husbandman. Church is like farming, labor, intense. You got to work. The Bible talks about it. The vineyard. These folks running around, call themselves representing God. It's supposed to be men of God. They corporatize. They wear suits. They walk around with briefcase. They got business meeting all the time. They always got something heavy going. Look at the empire. That's what I'm saying. Look at them. This is a bunch of garbage floating around in America. They sit up on their high perch, look down on the folks. While they got their expensive suits on and all their tailor-made stuff and all this stuff, but pretending to be men of God. Ain't worked a day in their life. A lot of them earls, even the daddies, people that started them 35, 40, 50 years ago, they started off working, but once they started preaching and became famous, they eventually stopped working and went into preaching full time, traveled around the country. Jimmy Swagger, a lot of them, Kenny Copeland, all of them do it. Black, white, all of them do it. Traveled around the country, started making names for themselves. They being booked. They went away from the Bible. You might sound like they've been preaching in the ministry for 40-something, 50-something years. They don't look what they done built. They've been doing it for self. They might have started out, but once that money started rolling in, once that celebrity starts picking up, they went away. And it's true because the Bible said. The Bible talks about it. Let's go to 2 Timothy chapter 6. First Timothy chapter 6. Let's start off about verse 9. But they that will be rich fall into a temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. Verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some covet after, They have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. But thou, O man of God, flee these things. Paul was talking to Timothy. But thou, O man of God, flee these things and follow after righteousness. You think Paul would be telling Timothy to do this if they were following after money? People get them. People going to Corinthians, muzzling out the ox or the mouth of the ox to thread out. They use that to twist that, try to say, well, see, Paul and them were getting paid. Paul and them were getting paid. Nah, they wasn't getting paid the way y'all try to say they were getting paid. But thou, old man, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, meekness. Fight the good fight of salvation. Why? I'm supposed to be able to reap my labor, store up not a treasure on earth. Ain't that what the Bible say? You only temporary down here. This ain't your home. If you believe in heaven, this is what the Bible say. Lay not up for yourself treasures up on earth, where moth and rust do it corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. Treasures in heaven. How you lay up treasures in heaven? By doing good. Doing good, like the Bible say, good deeds. Jesus say, let your light so shine. So let your light so shine so men can see your good deed works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. You store up heavenly treasures by doing the will of God. For God. The Bible say stay away from the little money. When Jesus called his apostles, he told them pretty much the same thing. Freely you have received, freely you give. America is heavy laden with a bunch of crooks that are posing as preachers. When you look at them, all you see is corporate America. They done got filthy rich. They able to go out there and mingle with the people who don't actually went out there and work in the world and build their fortune. They done built their fortune off the Bible. That ain't right. That's not biblical. See if you're gonna get these big wigs to talk about this stuff. They don't talk about it. Where he working? I'm finna show y'all what the Bible say about a man that work. I'm finna show y'all what the Bible say. The Bible say, if a man don't get out there and provide for his family, chapter 5, verse 8. But if any provide not for his own, especially for those of his own house, he had denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. But if any provide not for his own, especially for those of his own house, he have denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. The Bible says if a man don't work, he don't eat. Paul, Jesus Christ, they lived like regular men. They had regular trades. They was able to take up money in the ministry. They had access to taking up money. But the money they were taking up and get wasn't for them. It was going to help the people. You ain't gonna get these big wigs like the Swaggers and all them to talk about these scriptures. People that's on the take and have built a career off of hustling the Bible, you think they gonna speak against themselves? Now you can step in the pulpit and rebuke other preachers and stuff, but what about rebuking yourselves? Kojic, them preachers too, all of them in it for the money. All of them on the take. I give them that. All of them on the take. God called ordinary men. God want ordinary men that's willing to get out there and go to work. Not stand up in a church, not stand up in a big old building where you got top of the line audio equipment, where you can speak to the world. You got a big old broadcasting channel, production company and all this stuff. That ain't, y'all in it for the money. Y'all corrupt. You ain't getting out there doing the leg work. You ain't getting out there doing the work. You ain't getting out there tilling the field. Y'all going to hell. I tell you, y'all going to hell. You ain't dedicated doing the work of the Lord. Y'all dedicated and been doing it for years because you built the empire on it. Y'all built the empire and y'all living good. But them days gonna come to an end when you stand before the Lord. Workers of iniquity. Workers of iniquity. All of you this is in the ministry for personal benefits. Like I say, many of y'all done got filthy rich, billionaires, multi-millionaires. Hellbound. That's to go for the Swaggers, the Jakes, the Copelands, all these so-called mega preachers. Osteen and all, but they say Osteen don't take a, but he still do a lot to get his income. John MacArthur, all of them. Tony Evans, all of them got TV contracts, radio contract, own your own production company, all this stuff. Y'all don't represent God. Y'all ain't getting out there beating the bushes. Y'all ain't got there doing evangelism work. Y'all dedicated to the money. Bible say stay away from the love of money. Stay away. You go into the ministry, you do it if you don't get a dime on this side of heaven. Well, we can take donations. That's why a lot of them got to sign up. Well, we operate on donations. We got a ministry, a non-profit ministry. I get paid. They got to sign up good to rob, to cheat the government. But they get around paying taxes and all this stuff. Y'all a bunch of crooks. That's what you are. You're a bunch of crooks. The Bible don't condone that stuff. Y'all done got filthy rich. Yet poor people got to suffer. And y'all ain't working. You ain't worked a day of your life. The younger heirs that taking over these ministries, it might have been a time when your daddy worked when he first got started. But 25, you been around the clock back 25, 30 years, ain't none of y'all work. Y'all a bunch of freeloaders. That's what you is. You're a bunch of freeloaders. Pretending to be men of God. Y'all, that's your own ministry. Your ministry is supposed to be all about, the ministry that you supposed to be doing, claiming doing to God, supposed to be all about helping the poor, giving to the poor. Y'all got mansions. You ain't taking in nobody. You ain't building shelters. You ain't feeding folks. You ain't putting the sick up. You ain't doing it. It's just an empire. Everybody in the family living good off the money y'all done made off of robbing the people of God, using the Bible. You think God's smiling on that stuff? Your time is coming. You stand up in the pulpit and rebuke people all you want over politics. What you doing? Is what you doing legit and right by the Bible? No, it's not. You reaping the benefits of what your daddy built. I remember when his daddy got in trouble, and I remember hearing him talking about how a lot of them was coming after his dad and trying to take over the ministry, trying to take it. I ain't gonna let them do it, stuff like that. All y'all a bunch of crooks. It's black, white, red, yellow. All you that's in it for the money, who have made a lot of money and got filthy rich off pushing this Bible, all y'all a bunch of crooks. You don't work. You ain't never worked. Yet you walk around in expensive suits, corporate churches, heavy laden with lawyers, ready to sue. It's a bunch of mess. Standing behind the pulpit, behind the mic, rebuking folks, one back and forth, right? Then they suing each other. So I'm gonna put my lawyer on you. I'm gonna shut you up. Y'all defaming my name. Y'all defaming y'all heavily laden with lawyers, attorneys. Christian ain't supposed to be involved in all that stuff. Trademarks, all this stuff. On the Bible now. All this stuff on the Bible. Ruin my reputation. This a bunch of mess. This is stuff they don't talk about. Y'all go to these corporatized church, these lazy leaders, done got 50 rich. They ain't doing nothing. They just been pimping the Bible. And you dare not ask them about it. They ain't worked. It's wrong. It's wrong what they doing and what they have done in this country. They time coming to an end though. The Bible's right. Jesus gonna pay you. Depart from me, you workers of iniquity.